The casting process for the 1969 movie, Model Shop, was a thoughtful journey. Director Jacques Demy sought actors who could embody the free-spirited essence of the era. Gerry Lockwood, a familiar face from television, was chosen to play the lead role of George Matthews. His rugged charm and authenticity left a lasting impression on Demy. Anna Wiazemski, a French actress, was cast as Lola. Demy had previously worked with her in his film Lola, and was impressed by her range and subtlety. He believed she could bring depth to the character. The chemistry between Lockwood and Wiazemski was crucial. To ensure this, Demy arranged for a series of read-throughs and rehearsals. The pair quickly developed a natural rapport, which was evident in their on-screen interactions. The supporting cast was carefully selected as well. Alexandra Hay, a rising star, was cast as Gloria. Her energy and vivacity added a spark to the film. Jacques Demy's vision for Model Shop was to capture the spirit of the late 1960s. He achieved this by assembling a cast that embodied the freedom, creativity, and passion of the time. The result was a timeless classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. The 1969 movie Model Shop was a vision brought to life by director Jacques Demy. Known for his unique style, Demy aimed to create a film that was both personal and universal. He drew inspiration from his own experiences and the world around him, blending reality with fiction. Demy's approach to Model Shop was characterized by his use of long takes and static cameras, which allowed the story to unfold naturally. He also employed a muted color palette, giving the film a dreamlike quality. This creative choice added a sense of intimacy and nostalgia, making the film resonate with audiences. Collaboration was key to Demy's directorial vision. He worked closely with his cast and crew, fostering an environment of creativity and openness. This collaborative spirit was evident in the film's production design, which featured a blend of modern and vintage elements, reflecting the director's interest in the passage of time. The film's lead actors, Anouk, Aimée, and Gerry Lockwood, were carefully chosen for their ability to convey the film's themes of love, loss, and self-discovery. Demy guided their performances with a gentle hand, allowing them to bring their own experiences and emotions to their roles. In Model Shop, Demy created a world that was both familiar and foreign, a place where the past and present collide. His vision was brought to life through his unique style, creative influences, and collaborative approach, resulting in a film that continues to captivate audiences to this day. Have you ever seen the 1969 movie Model Shop? If so, you might remember some funny, shocking, and sad moments. Maybe there's a particular scene that left a lasting impression on you. For me, the first time I watched this movie was quite an experience. The way it portrayed the story was unique and captivating. There's one scene that really stood out. It's when the main character makes a life-changing decision. It was a powerful moment that resonated with me long after the movie ended. I'm curious to hear about your most cherished memory or personal experience related to this movie. Was there a particular moment that spoke to you? Or maybe a character you could relate to? Share your stories and memories in the comments below. As for the movie itself, it's a classic that has stood the test of time. Its impact has transcended the world of cinema and left a mark in the history of film. It's a movie that's worth stepping into, even if you're seeing it for the first time. In the late 1960s, the production of Model Shop took place, offering a behind-the-scenes look into the making of this classic film. The set designers worked tirelessly to create realistic environments that reflected the era's cultural and social changes. They drew inspiration from contemporary California architecture, incorporating sleek lines and geometric shapes into both interior and exterior sets. One notable location was a real model shop in Los Angeles, where part of the story unfolded. To capture authenticity, scenes were filmed on site, providing viewers with an accurate depiction of the workspace and its daily operations. Additionally, several residential neighborhoods served as backdrops throughout the movie, immersing audiences further into the setting. Logistical challenges emerged due to the need for coordination among various departments, including casting, wardrobe, props, and cinematography. For instance, sourcing period-appropriate clothing items proved difficult since they had to match specific character profiles, while also adhering to budget constraints. Despite these obstacles, the team managed to overcome them through careful planning and resourcefulness. As far as innovative techniques go, Model Shop utilized then state-of-the-art sound recording equipment, ensuring high-quality audio reproduction. Furthermore, the director implemented handheld cameras for certain sequences, which allowed for greater flexibility and more dynamic shots. This approach resulted in a unique visual style that distinguished the film from others produced during the same time frame. Overall, the production of this movie required meticulous attention to detail and creative problem-solving, ultimately contributing to its lasting impact on American cinema. The movie Model Shop is a classic film that has stood the test of time. Released in 1969, it tells the story of a young architect named George and his encounter with a French model named Lola. The film is set in Los Angeles and captures the essence of the city during that time. Directed by Jacques Demy, Model Shop is a thought-provoking exploration of love, identity, and the human condition. The film's stunning visuals and realistic portrayal of its characters make it a must-watch for any classic movie enthusiast. The film's two main characters, George and Lola, are portrayed by Gerry Lockwood and Anouk Aimée, respectively. Both actors deliver compelling performances, bringing depth and nuance to their characters. Lockwood's portrayal of George, a man struggling to find his place in the world, is particularly noteworthy. Model Shop also features a memorable soundtrack by the legendary composer, Eugene Gallienne-Leleu. The music perfectly complements the film's visuals and adds to its overall atmosphere. In addition to its compelling story and characters, Model Shop is also notable for its historical significance. The film captures the spirit of the 1960s, a time of social and cultural upheaval. It provides a glimpse into the world of the past, making it a valuable piece of history. Overall, Model Shop is a timeless classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. Its powerful storytelling, memorable characters, and stunning visuals make it a must-watch for anyone who appreciates good cinema. The creation of the score and soundtrack for Model Shop was a collaborative effort between composer Mike Melvoin and musicians including Bob West, Carol Kaye, and Howard Roberts. The music plays a crucial role in complementing the narrative and emotional tone of this classic film. Melvoin, a renowned jazz pianist, brought his versatile style to the score, blending elements of jazz, rock, and classical music. The soundtrack features a mix of instrumental pieces and songs with lyrics, which perfectly capture the film's themes of love, loss, and self-discovery. The musicians involved in the creation of the soundtrack were all highly accomplished in their own right. Bob West, Carol Kaye, and Howard Roberts were all in-demand session musicians who had played on countless hits in the 1960s. Their contributions to the Model Shop soundtrack helped to give it a polished, professional sound. The music in Model Shop is carefully crafted to complement the narrative and emotional tone of the film. The instrumental pieces are often moody and introspective, reflecting the inner turmoil of the film's protagonist. The songs with lyrics, on the other hand, are more upbeat and romantic, capturing the fleeting moments of happiness that the character experiences. One of the most memorable songs from the soundtrack is The First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, which was performed by Roberta Flack and became a massive hit in the 1970s. The song's lyrics, which speak of new love and infatuation, perfectly capture the emotional tone of the film. Overall, the score and soundtrack for Model Shop are an essential part of the film's appeal. They help to create a rich, immersive atmosphere that draws the viewer in and enhances the film's narrative and emotional impact. The contributions of the composers and musicians involved in the creation of the soundtrack have left an indelible mark on this classic film. In 1970, Italian censors granted this classic its certification, paving the way for its release. Set in the bustling city of Los Angeles, specifically in 1969, this film shares some thematic connections with Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. One notable reference in the movie is a billboard advertising Matt Monro, an English singing sensation popular during the 60s and 70s. His presence looms large over a particular stretch of Sunset Boulevard, serving as a backdrop to the story unfolding on screen. In the 1969 movie Model Shop, one of the most iconic scenes is the drive-up booth encounter between the two main characters, George and Lola. The tension builds as George, played by Gerry Lockwood, tries to connect with Lola, portrayed by Anouk Aimée. The director, Jacques Demy, masterfully uses close-up shots to capture the actors' facial expressions, highlighting their vulnerability and longing. The cinematography, by Michel Hugo, enhances the mood with soft, warm lighting that adds an intimate touch to the scene. Gerry Lockwood, in an interview, shared his experience filming this particular scene. It was a delicate moment, and Jacques Demy's direction was spot on. He knew how to create an atmosphere that allowed the characters to be honest and raw. The booth scene resonates with the audience because it encapsulates the film's overarching themes of love, connection, and the human desire for intimacy. It's a powerful moment that showcases the actor's abilities to convey complex emotions through subtle gestures and expressions. Anouk, Aimée, in a retrospective discussion about the movie, commented on her experience working with Lockwood. There was a certain chemistry between us that made the scene work. It was a moment of truth for both characters, and I think the audience could feel that. The impact of this scene extends beyond the movie itself, as it has become a memorable moment in cinema history. The combination of strong performances, evocative cinematography, and thoughtful direction elevates the scene, making it a standout moment in Model Shop. In Model Shop, a notable work from 1969, the leading lady, Alexandra Hay, tragically passed away at the age of 46 due to heart disease. The director, Jacques Demy, took on his initial English language project with this film. One detail many viewers might notice is the car driven by Gerry Lockwood's character. It seems to be a 1952 Jeanne midget. These elements contribute to the unique charm of this classic motion picture. Released in 1969, Model Shop tells the story of a young architect struggling with his career and relationships in Los Angeles. The film resonated with audiences due to its realistic portrayal of the city's urban landscape and the anxieties of the post-war generation. The movie's exploration of themes such as identity, ambition, and love struck a chord with viewers, particularly young adults facing similar questions about their place in society. Its raw and honest depiction of characters navigating the complexities of life contributed to its impact on pop culture. Model Shop also delved into the cultural shifts of the time, touching on topics like the rise of counterculture, the Vietnam War, and the changing role of women in society. These discussions were reflected in the film's characters and narrative, making it a relevant and thought-provoking piece for its audience. Moreover, the movie's visual style, characterized by its naturalistic cinematography and atmospheric soundtrack, further resonated with viewers. The film's aesthetic helped shape the visual language of future films and solidified its place in the annals of cinema history. Influencing pop culture, Model Shop inspired a wave of films that explored similar themes and aesthetics. Its impact can be seen in the works of directors like Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, and Robert Altman, who all drew inspiration from the film's raw and honest portrayal of urban life. In conclusion, Model Shop left an indelible mark on both its audience and the film industry. Its exploration of relevant social and cultural themes, along with its unique visual style, made it a powerful and enduring piece of cinema. The American rock band Spirit played a significant role in the creation of the Model Shop soundtrack. The group's original members, including Mark Andes, Randy California, Ed Cassidy, Jay Ferguson, and Jon Lawson, made appearances in the film. As the protagonist, George, pursues Lola through Los Angeles, viewers may notice familiar structures from other films. Specifically, the fictional buildings with Greek columns from Scarface, which represented Montana travel and Montana management, make a brief appearance. During his journey, George also passes by the Carolina Pines restaurant, located on Melrose Avenue. Once a famous Los Angeles landmark, the establishment has since been demolished in the 1980s. While exploring the city's streets, both real and cinematic landmarks serve as backdrops for George's adventure, enhancing the viewing experience for fans of this classic film. Upon its release in 1969, Model Shop received mixed reviews from critics. However, it has since gained a cult following and is now considered a classic of its time. The film was praised by some critics for its innovative blend of European art house sensibilities with American independent cinema. Renowned film critic Roger Ebert gave the movie a positive review, highlighting its beautifully photographed scenes and compelling characters. He commended the film's director, Jacques Demy, for his ability to capture the essence of Los Angeles and its youth culture. On the other hand, some critics criticized the film for its slow pacing and lack of a clear narrative. However, even those who were critical of the movie acknowledged its visual style and unique atmosphere. Model Shop did not receive any major awards or nominations, but it has since become a significant film in the careers of its cast and crew. The movie marked the first American film for French director Jacques Demy, and it was also the breakout role for American actor Gerry Lockwood, who went on to star in other classic films such as 2001: A Space Odyssey. The film's cult following and critical reevaluation over the years have solidified its place in cinema history. Its mixed reception upon release only adds to the film's intrigue and allure, as it has become a fascinating study of its time and a testament to the power of visual storytelling. In the end, Model Shop remains a captivating and enduring classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. Its unique blend of European and American cinema, its compelling characters, and its beautiful photography have all contributed to its lasting impact on the world of film. In the early 1960s, French New Wave cinema greatly influenced American director Jacques Demy while creating his film Model Shop. Decades later, it would serve as inspiration for Jakob Dylan's documentary Echo in the Canyon, highlighting its lasting impact. The character Don Draper, from the television series Mad Men, watches this classic during season 7's third episode. His choice reflects how this movie resonated beyond its time. Specifically, he views it at the start of '73, offering audiences another glimpse into its cultural significance. An intentional nod towards the film Breathless can be seen when George examines a picture of Jean-Paul Belmondo in the newspaper office. Just like in Breathless, where Belmondo studies a photo of Humphrey Bogart, this visual reference pays homage to earlier cinematic traditions. These connections illustrate the interconnectedness between films and their ability to echo through generations. The making of Model Shop was an adventure filled with unexpected events and memorable moments. Director Jacques Demy, known for his work in French New Wave cinema, brought a unique perspective to the set. He insisted on filming certain scenes in real locations, such as the iconic LAX airport, causing some logistical challenges. The film's lead actor, Gerry Lockwood, was no stranger to the camera, having starred in hits like 2001: A Space Odyssey. However, Model Shop presented a different kind of challenge. Lockwood had to drive a car while delivering his lines, a task that proved to be more difficult than anticipated. Another interesting character on set was the car itself, a 1962 Thunderbird. The car was a star in its own right, often stealing the show with its sleek design and powerful engine. It was so integral to the film that it even had its own trailer. Behind the scenes, the crew faced a few hiccups. One day, they arrived at a location only to find it had been torn down overnight. Without missing a beat, they found another suitable spot and continued filming. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew formed a close bond. They often spent their free time together, exploring Los Angeles and soaking in the city's unique atmosphere. These experiences added an authenticity to the film, making it a true reflection of its time and place. In Jacques Demy's 1969 film, Anouk reprises her role as Lola, a character she previously played in Demy's first film, Lola, from 1961. This time, Lola drives a 1968 Mercury Park Lane convertible, adding a touch of glamour to her story. During a conversation with George, Lola shares details of her past, mentioning a man named Michelle who would travel to Las Vegas to meet a woman named Jackie Demister. Interestingly, Jackie Demister is also the name of a character in Demy's Bay of Angels, where she is portrayed by Jeanne Moreau and is depicted as a gambling addict. The connection between these two films and characters adds a layer of depth to Demy's work, creating a shared universe that enriches the viewing experience. Model Shop, a 1969 film, holds a significant place in the annals of cinema. This movie, directed by Jacques Demy, showcases a unique blend of European and American filmmaking styles. Set in Los Angeles, it delves into the lives of young Americans grappling with identity, love, and the rapidly changing world around them. The film's influence can be traced in various subsequent works. Its exploration of urban life and disenchanted youth resonated with many filmmakers. The French New Wave's influence on Model Shop is also noteworthy, with its innovative narrative structure and visual style. This classic served as a bridge between European and American cinema, paving the way for future collaborations and inspirations. One notable film that drew inspiration from Model Shop is American Graffiti by George Lucas. Both films explore the lives of young adults navigating their way through life, love, and self-discovery in an American cityscape. The raw, realistic portrayal of youth culture in Model Shop can also be seen echoed in films like Two-Lane Blacktop and Electra Glide in Blue. Moreover, the film's visual language, characterized by its long takes and contemplative pacing, can be seen as a precursor to the American independent cinema movement of the 1990s. Directors like Jim Jarmusch and Richard Linklater have cited the French New Wave as a significant influence, a style that Model Shop so deftly embodies. In conclusion, Model Shop stands as a testament to the power of cinema as a medium for cultural exchange and artistic inspiration. Its legacy continues to resonate, influencing filmmakers and shaping the cinematic landscape. In the movie Model Shop from 1969, Harrison Ford was the original choice for the main character, but the studio Columbia opted for Gary Lockwood instead. Ford's screen test, shot by Agnes Varda, can be seen in her documentary The Beaches of Agnes. Director Andrew Slater of the 2019 documentary Echo in the Canyon featured several scenes from Model Shop throughout his film. Slater used these clips to represent the Laurel Canyon music scene of the mid-1960s, and to illustrate the echoes of people's ideas and creativity across time. The intercutting of Model Shop and Echo in the Canyon serves as a metaphor for the enduring impact of these ideas. In 1969, Model Shop featured Gary Lockwood as a young architect struggling with debt and relationships. Sadly, this would be leading lady Anouk Aimée's last American film role. Despite her successful career in Europe, she found it difficult to continue working in Hollywood due to personal reasons. Her character, Lola, was actually a continuation of her role from Jacques Demy's earlier French film Lola. This connection between two films is just one example of how intertwined European and American cinema can be. The story goes that producer Max Rabb saw Lola during its original run and approached Demy about creating an English-language version, which eventually became Model Shop. Unfortunately, despite initial excitement around the project, the film failed to make a significant impact upon release. Have you ever seen the 1969 movie Model Shop? This classic film, set in Los Angeles, tells the story of a young architect who falls for a model. It's a captivating tale of love and self-discovery. Perhaps you were moved by the film's depiction of the struggles of the protagonist or the chemistry between the two main characters. Or maybe you were struck by the movie's portrayal of Los Angeles in the late 1960s. No matter what resonated with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts and memories about Model Shop. Did this movie leave a mark on you? How did it influence your perspective on cinema? We encourage you to share your experiences and engage with others in the community. Let us know what you think by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic explorations. So, don't be shy. Tell us about your connection to Model Shop and how it has impacted you. We can't wait to hear